Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another VeVe and Ecomi video. In this one, we're going to be going over something that's pretty big that I've been getting from just from people in the community. A lot of people have been really concerned about NFTs, rules, regulations, and just things going on with NFTs in general. As I've been kind of bringing notice to some of the things going on in the NFT space. And it is important to keep up with this stuff. So I am going to speak on some stuff, but a lawyer is explaining some serious problems with what's going on with NFTs. But so yeah, we're going to be talking about this, going over this. I will give you all my perspective on it and give you all some of my thoughts, because these are real problems that any investor needs to be staying aware of and keeping an eye on. I know everybody likes to pretend like everything going on with VeVe is perfect, but this is going to be challenging to make a business successful. Everyone thinks that making a business is just super easy. If it was easy, anyone would be able to do it. There's going to be challenges and things to overcome, but this team has a history of overcoming these challenges, and that's the part, like, this is why I love focusing on the problems, because it goes to show you what this team is capable of overcoming. But if you're the type of person who pretends the problems don't exist, then what is the team actually overcoming in your eyes? This is why you don't have the same conviction that I have, because you haven't seen them overcome anything, because you're delusional to the fact that they're up against real battles destroying right now. They're dominating up against real battles. So yeah, we're gonna jump into this. Before we do, a little update. I am going to be making a video on the progress of my business. I don't know at what point, but it's going really, really well. But at the same time, I am going to try to keep, being consistent with content here. The reason being, honestly, my new business is perfectly fine with sustaining at this point. Like I could literally go full in on that. But this is where I came from, and at the same time, even though I don't get the credit in my for the amount of work that I've done for this community and stuff like that, the fact of the matter is, the way the YouTube algorithm works is when you have someone like me putting in the viewership that I do, if I was just up and abandoned this project, views would go down across the board for a lot of different people. So it's just not beneficial for my own, as an investor myself, it's not beneficial for me to stop uploading on this channel or anything like that. I want to continue making the content because this is what I love to do. I made this channel out of love. I left a channel with 300,000 subscribers at my peak, averaging 50,000 views a video, to come over here at a channel with 0 subscribers and do this because this is what I love to do. And my love for this project has not faded in the slightest. Honestly, I love this project way more, but it's just a very, very toxic environment, toxic place to be right now. But we're going to ignore that. We're going to power through it. We're going to be talking about the things that actually matter. At the end of the day, I'm making money. I'm starting businesses. I'm hiring people. I'm doing a lot right now. And I'm super motivated, and I want to help motivate others and to just spread what I know. Like, that's all I can do is spread what I know. I don't know everything, but I feel like I have a very strong perspective, and I definitely have a track record of calling things correctly. So yeah, I mean, if people don't know that, that's on them. I'm not gonna continue selling myself or doing due diligence for other people. You either know what I have done, what I have accomplished, or you don't. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So yeah, we're gonna jump into it. Let's see what's going on in the NFT space. Let's see some of the thoughts and some of the opinions that this lawyer has, and we're gonna talk about it. This is gonna be a big conversation. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's get it.
In my online consults, creators often come to me and they want to talk about social media law issues like copyright, trademark, and fair use. But lately, a lot of creators have been coming to me and they've been saying, hey, listen, have you heard about these things called NFTs? I heard a guy made $50,000 in one day with NFTs. Should I start buying NFTs so I can become rich? And here's what I tell them. First thing I do is I ask, do you truly understand what an NFT is? And most of the time I get a response like something like, oh yeah, it's like a token. It's like a skin in Fortnite. I usually respond, yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Let us find out where this goes.
NFT stands for non-fungible token. They exist within blockchain technology and they're unique. They're not like cryptocurrency, which is determined a fungible asset. They're unique and oftentimes they're scarce. NFTs can be anything like video, images, audio, documents, and even, yes, video game items. What's so cool about NFTs is that generally they're unique and scarce, and therefore when a lot of people get into the market for NFTs, the price generally will go up. Then I stop and look at the creator dead in the face and I say, but there are some real dangers to buying NFTs. Danger number one, there is no law out there throughout the globe that protects you from getting ripped off when you buy an NFT. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone mints a digital photo of Prince Harry and his family as an NFT. Let's say you're into the royals, and so you buy this NFT thinking that it will deliver value over time. Well, it does. But what's also delivered is a copyright infringement lawsuit to your front door. You see, there's no law prohibiting the minter of this digital photo of Prince Harry from creating an NFT, but there are laws across the globe that prohibit people from owning, copying, and transferring copyrighted image without the permission of the original copyright holder, maybe in this case, Prince Harry. So before you buy your first NFT, you gotta do some due diligence, do some research to determine whether or not the person who minted that NFT.
This honestly seems to me very, very bullish for VeVe. So this was sent to me in a way where it's like, yo, why do you influencers keep dodging this type of stuff when it comes down to NFTs? Why no one speaks on these type of videos? This is bullish for VeVe. The fact of the matter is, I mean, there's risk in any investment. If you're buying something to invest in it, there's risk in it. Like, even if there's rules and stuff protecting you, like if you buy Amazon and then the company just goes belly up, which is unexpected and catches everybody off guard, how are you going to be protected there? It's like, you invested in the company went to shit, and like, come on now. So yeah, I mean, there's more scam and stuff in the NFT space, but the fact of the matter is VeVe has IP. VeVe has IP and real licenses with the biggest brands in human history. It's like, this is why you need a platform like VeVe. This is why what VeVe is doing is so important, because not only is it simple and easy for anybody to jump into, it's licensed. It's officially licensed. You see Marvel tweeting about VeVe. You see Disney tweeting about VeVe. You see them showing up at these events, creating booths alongside VeVe. So yeah, it's like, this is very much more bullish. The more people are doing shady stuff like this, the better VeVe looks in this space. And VeVe is a gem in this space. So it's super important to know these things, to notice this. It's like, yeah, this is great for VeVe, to be honest. So it's not the same issues. All NFTs are not created equal. I understand that the NFT crypto purists and things like that. Listen, I'm telling you, this is how I think of these guys. I think of these guys as the early on PC guys who thought that the command line was going to be the way that people interacted with the computer in the future. But then Steve Jobs comes along and he sees past the command line. He sees, oh, let's just double click apps, make it easy for anyone to use. And that is going to be the future of this technology. That is going to be the way that this is supposed to be used, because people don't want more work. They want less work. And that is the future. This is why you have projects like DC's NFT project makes it super easy. But that's only one brand. VeVe makes it super easy and has all the biggest brands. They have a metaverse that's going to be coming out that's just been revealed. They have so much more than these other projects who are now starting to take the VeVe approach. This is why we have so many new projects coming out taking the VeVe approach, because it's the approach of the future. So you have people who will say, oh, you not your keys, not your keys, not your crypto, not your keys, not your NFTs, and all this type of crazy stuff. The fact of the matter is, interoperability, the only thing when it comes down to interoperability that the average user is going to care about is being able to take it from VeVe's platform to the VeVeverse, from the VeVeverse to Disney's platform. They only care about it being interoperable. The ways that they care about it being interoperable, they don't even have to know that it's interoperable. They don't have to know the term. They don't have, like, just going from VeVe, taking it from VeVe to the VeVeverse. People, the word interoperability is just, it's a fancy word. It's a fancy way of saying, that's like when you buy a skin on a home screen in Fortnite and then you can actually use that in the game. It's going from the home screen and the marketplace to the shop to actually being used in the game. They didn't need a fancy word to do that. You just suspect that you bought it and now you can use it in the game. That's what it's going to be like on VeVe. You buy it on VeVe, now you can use it in the VeVeverse. It's just going to be something that just works because it does. This is how the average consumer is going to consume VeVe. But you have all these crypto people trying to change people's mind and make it crypto. It's like, no, I don't want their minds to be crypto. Everyone's not going to sit here and be super analytical, watching charts and all. Like, no. I want the average person who just plays video games, likes something dope on VeVe and wants to use it and run around the VeVeverse. It needs to be simple for them. And that's the approach that VeVe takes while being 100% legitimate. This is the advantage and the big edge that VeVe has over any company out there right now. And then the companies that's rising up doing it well, like DC's latest project, the companies that's rising up doing it well, they this is one IP. They don't have enough brands. They don't like anything that you want. More than likely, VeVe is going to have something to cater to you. It's some brand that you love and some reason for you to be in the VeVeverse. So yeah, that being said, anyway, let's continue.
Was actually authorized, had permission from the person who created the art that the NFT represents. If you don't do that, you risk having a problem with the law later on, and I don't want you to do that. Danger number 2, when you sell an NFT, you may have to cut in on the deal some invisible partners. Some NFTs come preloaded with smart contracts. That smart contract says whenever that token is sold, then a percentage of the sale price goes to the original creator, the original minter of that NFT token. You don't have to do anything. Whenever you sell it, a portion of the proceeds will go to the person who's scheduled to receive that payment. So if you bought an NFT of a famous professional basketball player for about $1,000 and it had a smart contract with a 30% residual, when you sold that NFT for, let's say, $10,000, then $3,000 of that sales price is automatically being transferred to, in this case, the basketball player. So beware of smart contracts in your NFTs. Before you buy an NFT, make sure that there's no smart contract attached, or at least you know that there is a smart contract. And so when you eventually do sell that NFT, you're not going to be making the full sales price as a commission.
This is once again bullish for VeVe. VeVe discloses all of this stuff. It's easy to see on VeVe. You know your fees when you're buying things and selling things and cashing out. This is why a platform like VeVe makes it so much easier to understand what's going on and to make it so much easier to maneuver throughout this space. I think that people actually sleep on just how much value VeVe is actually bringing. This is all stuff that's really bullish for VeVe. I know that this is supposed to be reasons that and problems with buying NFTs, but these are all problems that VeVe is solving. So this is actually one of the more bullish videos that I've seen, when I know that this was intended to be, oh, why is no one concerned about this in the VeVe community? Why, because these are all problems that VeVe solved. Like, this is a very bullish video for VeVe. Every problem that's being mentioned right now is one that's been solved by VeVe. This is why there's levels to this.
Or as a profit. Danger number 3, NFT sales prices fluctuate hard. If you spend any time in the NFT markets, you're going to see that oftentimes NFTs are issued for like 0.125 Ether or maybe $750, and no one buys them and no one bids on them, and quickly their value plummets.
That's because this is another problem that VeVe solves. These things never have value to begin with. When you throw some shit against the wall to see if it sticks, that's just a random project. No brand, no IP, no nothing behind it. Disney is always going to have a certain amount of worth because it's a valuable company. Also, the prices on VeVe's assets is going to be based in close to utility, based very, very closely to utility in the future, which means if in the VeVeverse, you can have this cool skin, but you have to own one NFT and you have to be holding one NFT. Basically, if you have an NFT, if let's say a skin in the VeVeverse costs $10. As a VeVeverse player, you want to buy a skin for $10. That means the ticket price on this skin is $10, and it's more than likely going to stay at that $10 mark. Otherwise, the end consumer won't be happy about this and probably won't buy it. So at the point where this item has a $10 ticket attached to it, that means that the NFT, the actual NFT, the owner of the NFT, is always going to hold a certain amount of value because it can be rented out for $10. So that's the one thing, like in the VeVeverse, most things that people are buying is going to be, or buying, the buy term in the VeVeverse is more than likely going to be renting. But it's going to look like just like Fortnite. If you buy a skin on Fortnite, you're renting it from Epic Games. because that skin is only yours until Epic Games closes down or whatever, you know? So buying in the VeVeverse is going to just be renting, which means that because you're renting from somebody who owns an asset on VeVe, these assets on VeVe are going to kind of maintain their prices and things like that, simply because it comes with the added utility of being able to make passive income off of it. And you know for a fact that it's going to be $10 if it's a skin that costs $10. You know that the passive income that you make from holding this is going to be $10. You know, so yeah, now I don't know exactly how it's going to work. Like VeVe can do this in a way where if somebody's wearing your skin and you're walking around the VeVeverse, you're seeing a bunch of advertisements and stuff like that. If you see these advertisements in the VeVeverse, VeVe is going to make some money off of these advertisements, and then they give you a little kickback. Like, so let's say they give you a good 2 cents, 2 to 5 cents every time this skin is on somebody and sees an advertisement. Now, I know that 5 cents a day or something or whatever, or every time you walk past an ad, it doesn't seem like much. But if VeVe is getting $2 every time you walk past an ad, they're giving you 5 cents. And then you have multiple of these skins and you're renting out to like a ton of people in the VeVeverse, and they're all running around with your skin, passing these advertisements. That easily is going to rank up to a lot of income, a lot of passive income. So now this isn't confirmed that this is how it's going to work, but this has just always been how I've envisioned things going, because it has to make sense for renting. Like renting has to make sense. People are concerned right now, why would anyone ever want to rent? This is you're asking the right questions, but you're doing it in a skeptical way where you don't think that there's an answer. These are the right questions to ask, but the fact of the matter is there is an answer. There's so many benefits to using NFTs. There's so many reasons for all the companies in the world to move towards NFTs. You have to ask yourself, why would anyone buy these? Like, why would anyone want to hold these and use these and things like that? These are the questions that we need to answer, and this is a solution. This is a solution. Advertising. When you pass advertisements, like VeVe is going to get paid for you seeing the advertisement. They can kick that back to the creator. They can kick something back to the licenser. Everybody's winning. And then the person can have the skin that they want at that $10 price. Because let's say that this is fluctuate. If the price of actually buying it and having true ownership of this asset, which VeVeverse users won't ever have to care about true ownership. They're only there for the renting aspect. When it comes down to the actual VeVe holders, if the price is fluctuating and things like that, that's something done on the back end. If you're judging the value off of mint numbers and things like that, that should have no bearing on the prices in the VeVeverse. The VeVeverse should be its own thing, and that's just how it should be. So yeah, this is my thoughts. This is just my thoughts on it, some random thoughts. But yeah, let's watch at the end of the video here and see what else is said. But yeah, this was a very bullish video for VeVe in my opinion.
So what's really tough about NFTs is when you buy, let's say, an NFT, you spend $5,000 on an NFT thinking that in a short amount of time, it's going to be worth $100,000.
So this guy, he even knows that NFTs and stuff like that isn't a short-term investment. I mean, this is what happened. The scams has tainted people's minds and got them thinking, like even the people in the VeVe community, got them thinking that this is supposed to be a short thing, a quick thing, you get rich quick and stuff like when this is really 5-10 years out. It's going to take time for this to actually, for legitimate projects to actually be rising up. Yeah, people made a lot of money off scams, but that happens. That's what happens at the beginning of some new technology that people don't understand. The thing is, now we're starting to see how many people don't actually understand what NFTs are and the true value of them, why they're going to be around, why they're actually important. Like we're starting to see people don't actually know what they have invested in. And I mean, you gotta get educated somehow.
And then it doesn't go to $100,000. In fact, it goes down in value and you're stuck with literally nothing. It's just computer code existing in your digital wallet somewhere. Don't say I didn't warn you, but at the same time, have some fun. Life is too short not to spend $500 on a World of Warcraft Doomhammer. Like and subscribe for more.
Yeah, so this was a very bullish video for VeVe. I think that this kind of backfired on whoever sent it to me. This was very bullish, like very bullish. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I definitely want to hear your opinions and how you all are feeling about this video. some of the points that was touched on, and some of the things that we've talked about when covering the VeVeverse and VeVeverse versus VeVe and how things could potentially work. This is why I've always felt that it's been important to have these conversations, because a lot of people don't have these conversations. A lot of people have not been ready to have these conversations because they're sitting here looking at the values go down. If you're focusing on the value of NFTs in year 2, that means you're not focusing on the big picture, which is what's going to really make us all the money. People are sitting here looking at the results of a bull run and sitting here trying to people have made NFTs all about money when it's much bigger than that. Now, don't get it twisted. I am only here for money. But at the exact same time, I understand how we get there and when we get there. This is why I am patient with things that happen within the first few years. I always say things that's happening in the first 5 years don't actually bother me. The fact of the matter is, now that things are changing, I sold my NFTs because I'm not going to just sit here and hold a bunch of risk when there's going to clearly be, the space is clearly heading in a direction where holding a lot of these things are going to be super risky. If I see that coming, I'm not going to sit here and take a huge L just to be real or authentic or whatever people think that is, but I'm going to educate myself and I'm going to pivot where it makes the most sense for me to actually get the crazy returns that I have been talking about from the beginning. Like, this is just what it comes down to. And each person should be doing this constantly when it comes down to the things that they hold. But anyway, let me know what you all think. Drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I'm going to catch you all on the next one. Peace out, fam.